Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Play Slay the Spire. It's a defect, A20. A defect A20, you never know. You get a core surge early on, the world's your freaking burrito, brother. So left path only gives us the option for one elite. Right path forces us to fight at least two, but there's good campfire distribution, like, gotta love it. I'm not too upset about the way that this looks to begin with. Our ideal would be to pick up, and it doesn't have to be early. Take a rip and tear just for raw damage early on. And we'll probably just become cursed and remove it up here. My ideal outcome is, I just think Frost Focus is what you build as the defect. It's a little lame because it's, you know, I'm taking, and I'm aware of the fact that I'm taking, hold on, 12, 6, 3, okay, we gotcha. I'm taking some of the guesswork out of it, but it's just, in my opinion, the most consistent archetype. So, I think you gotta love a hologram. It's in the rules. I want to get a bias cognition, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we'll be at 76 gold. I hate to do this. 76 gold is enough to still remove our curse. And then the upgraded core surge still only gives you one artifact. So we go definitely for hologram. I do hate that core surge gets exhausted, but it is what it is. So this is gonna suck temporarily. Slash, like, forever. We have no AoE. So this is the elite. You don't want to fight when you got no AoE. But honestly, come on. Work with me. Yo, that's working with me. Work with me again? I gotta say, you pretty much worked with me. Now, I'm willing to let it ride. I'm not willing to let it ride. Take 10 damage. Get this guy next turn. The risk was too great, by my interpretation at least. Oh, that's right. We have 5 permanent decks up. We really got to pay attention to that, because I mean, on A20, any little parameter swap like that could be the difference between, you know, a good fight and a terrible fight. So. All I'm saying is I'm glad we're not fighting the dang old knob goblin, man. That guy is a pain in the butt. And you might think I'm disappointed with the way the silent runs went. I mean, I'm not thrilled with the way the silent runs went, but the silent is definitely, at A20, my least comfortable character, so it is what it is. You know, as the defect, I feel much more comfortable. And that's really what it is comfort, you know? I know what cards I like. I've won on A19 with these cards. And Core Surge is one of them. You know? Core Surge Bias Cognition, it puts you in a really good spot. Pantograph is also almost mission critical. I think we just... I do think we probably rest. But let's shoot for the moon on this one. Pantograph you need to heal you between the two bosses on the off chance you make it to the 3rd floor boss. Very important. We can only play some of these. I think you run your numbers here, and this is pretty much the worst way that it could have gone. Yeah. One more hit on the one slime, we take no damage, but I'm not sweating it too much. Assuming none of these are necessary. Assuming we make it to the elite with this much HP, which is in question. This is a tough one, because if we heal, we're probably going to be fine, but we lose out on the potential bonuses. But I think that this is pretty much necessary. I'm very pleased with the way that went down. Thank you. Thank you. You hit a good enemy. And I think we will pop the energy potion. Might as well focus you down. Alright. So we bet on survival here. I can never be mad about betting on survival. Because it means that the rest of our deck is probably, you know, good enough to give it a shot. I don't want to hit him. If we can just ride him, you know, play these, sure. In all likelihood, we could kill them on the next turn. But we just want to make sure, like, we're not taking damage in the process. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are already dead. Wait, why make them stronger if we could just press next turn and win the game? I do think a ball lightning is pretty important. Okay, Lagavulin. What do we want out here early? Well, we'll see what our attack is. I mean, we could, like, rip and tear hologram. Rip and tear. Dual cast. It's not a bad first turn. Instead of dual cast, we could strike, but I think we prefer the dual cast. And who's our boss? Not Slimes? Not Slimes. That's the Guardian, I can tell. I'll have you know I've played a lot of this dang game. I see a little piece of the Guardian. I'm aware. I don't think this will change the number of turns it takes. Static obviously would have given us 1 lightning, but I think we got him before he comes around anyway, and we do indeed. So, dude, honestly, with Pantograph, I don't think we need to rest before the boss. Thread and Needle is very nice. And I think we want some Frost. So toss me a Cool-Headed. And the whole thing is, like, Thread and Needle, beautiful item. Don't get me wrong. Maybe we should have played Dual Cast instead. But Thread and Needle, beautiful item. However, we're very much at the whim, and please just for a second keep in mind, we're not going to be made vulnerable because of our artifacts. So it's one of the rare situations in which I think this was actually the right call. But we're at the whims of the boss. I think we're going to kill the boss, especially with Thread and Needle. It's very nice. But I think in order for us to have a chance to beat the boss, or to beat the second floor, we really need one of 2 things. An energy relic. Well, one of 3 things. An energy relic, an easy way to build focus, a la Bias Cognition, or Snecko Eye. If we can get, you know, the combination of those that gives us a chance, then I'm a resolutely happy man. Hold on. 29. We can definitely get there. I'd like to save our potion if possible. So, if you like this, we're actually at enough block, thanks to Thread and Needle. The Guardian, he just makes for a pretty slow fight. That's the only, it's not even really a negative necessarily. That's the only thing that's a little frustrating, I suppose. Hold on, what do we got in here? Zap? Well, I might just want to bring back a defend. It is going to lead to one huge turn. Yeah, like, we got to do something about him on this turn. What are we drawing? Strike? Rather just put this up at the front, I think. Okay, so next turn's going to suck really badly. Unless we can find a way to do 33 damage. We can do 14 and 14. And then 16. 28. That's 34. I mean, we can get there. It does require the use of the energy potion. In fact, we don't even need to... Well, we'd still rather dual cast. We just get a Frost Orb. Static is really here as like it's a contingency plan. Okay, finally we got the debuff out there. It wouldn't be the worst idea, just from like a quality of life standpoint, I'm sure, to take some damage just to get some lightning orbs out there, but I'm not gonna worry about that for now. I mean, we're crunching him down. No complaints. The other thing, and I think it's fairly obvious, but the other thing we would like in this deck is self-repair. Yeah, although we do have Pantograph and Regal Pillow, I still think having a reliable source of, like, why not? Having a reliable source of healing is worth its weight in gold. We good? No, we need a block. Okay. Are we good? 19, 16. Okay, yeah. Just let it ride. Realistically, we could kill him next turn. It depends what we draw, but could go down. If we hit him for 14, yeah, I think we got him. Easy enough. Okay, energy relic, bias cognition. We got bias cognition. It's not even close between that and the other cards. No Snecko Eye. No ability to smith. Do we care? It's a pretty big loss, but it's also energy. And I think I'd like to see enemy turns. Yeah, I'd love to get like a, you know, molten egg, toxic egg sort of situation going. But this should allow us to be a little bit more aggressive now. So I think we should, you know, hit the shop early. Yo, you're all going to get super strong right off the bat? That's a little egregious. We tried. I actually think we want static discharge. Realistically, next turn we could take a heck of a hit. Thank God for plated armor, but yeah, this is gonna suck real bad. Alright. Honestly, could have been worse. I mean, he's dead. Very important to be smart here. Recursion, I mean, a recursion for free is going to be, or even not for free, is going to be pretty solid with our energy base. I do think we love a charge battery, and the time has definitely come to start removing these strikes. Choose one of 20 cards to add to your deck or heal. We're going to heal at our campfire anyway. We might as well try to add a card. And we're really looking for a consume, which is thankfully what we got. Now, on top of that, we want a capacitor for sure. We'll try, and we got good face. It's lucky, don't get me wrong, but what are you going to do, right? So we want to be able to make Core Surge innate. That would help us out a ton here. 12 damage. Well, let's draw first. We didn't get Core Surge. I'm willing to let us go for this. Do we need a static discharge? Not yet, but I think in the future we may be regretful that we didn't play it. So let's get it out there. Core Surge is big, and I do think you want to consume. That takes us to 14, which is actually 18 block. We will play a zap. We will play a rip and tear. Okay, you're not doing damage this turn. We avoided our focus downwards, but only for one turn. It's terrible value, but he is dead, and we paid no cost for it. That's exciting, you know? It's indicative we got a good thing going here, potentially. Don't need any of it. I know that chilled, like we tried it. Or no, we haven't really tried it. But we do want Frost Focus in this deck at some point, but I don't think now's the right time. So here's what we want. Definitely, like, cool-headed first to see what you get, because you want biased early. Core Surge. I don't think you want to cool-headed again. Rip and tear, and you were hoping to hit this guy. Life goes on. So we will take 6 and lose 1 plated armor. We just, as soon as we get biased out there, this run becomes a lot better. Consume will still work. You have to go, obviously, and it's quite painful. We're going to take 33 damage. Definitely open with biased. You're likely to die, but the thing is, there's not really like a point to hit you, because if you're going to die in one shot anyway. So I actually think this was still the right call. It's just, it blows. 48. Well, we need as much focus as possible. We need as much block as possible. So I think if we can kill you, we do. Thank you. And then we just block, honestly. We got the 50. So we're living with 2 HP. No, 13 HP. That's what I said. I said 13 HP. Mango. Very helpful. Definitely a Glacier is on the list. Now, I just realized this is a mighty aggressive path we got here. So we're going to skip this elite to fight this one. Maybe we could get both. Maybe we'll get neither. Doesn't really matter what we bring back here. Is a 5 block? Is 5 block. Is 5 block? Is 5 block. What do we care? Honestly, 22 at 27 is not a terrible get here. Core Surge is very helpful for us because it avoids creating vulnerability. But we don't have a means to kill you to begin with. So we got to enough block. I think in this unique situation, I would rather kill you, avoid the vulnerability, then play Bias Cognition. 12. Just, I'm looking, okay? I think we consume early for damage and then rely on getting some Frost Creators. He thought he was going to get some help from his deck. What a moron. It's okay. We're still going. We're killing him quick. We're getting 1 HP from the fight. It does matter, weirdly enough. Power Potion's very helpful. Definitely do not need an all-for-one here. We just need all of these fights to go very well, is what's stressful about this, honestly. So you Core Surge biased, no doubt. We need Frost early. Buffer. Big buffers. This is not what we want. Hit him with everything you got, dude. We're still only taking 8, which is not that bad, and he's gonna hurt himself terribly here. But, yeah, in hindsight, I wish I didn't use the potions. Should have saved them for a longer fight. Without being able to upgrade these, I think we take none. Okay, this is probably bizarrely like the fight I'm most comfortable with here, but we have to be very careful. I really think we don't play, well, 2 Frost with 4 Focus up. Yeah, okay, I think I'm wrong. I think we definitely just play Core Surge, Biased Glacier. And then that takes us to 21? 23. Okay, even better. Obviously. Now here, I think we still prefer... Well, we actually don't need a Glacier. So we should maybe just keep it as simple as, like, a hologram ball lightning. I'm begging you. Please hit the enemy, whom has to die. No. Dual cast. No, cool-headed first, I think. That's more helpful for sure. But we do need to find a way to kill him on the next turn. He's mad. I like that. I like an angry enemy. Now, I just want to remind myself. I'm sure you don't need the reminder. I want to remind myself. What do we need? Well, we would love, without a doubt, to see a capacitor. Look at this. This is Frost Focus. We put up 52 block. That's not common. Now we have the classic problem with the Frost Focus deck, which is that I have, like, few means to deal damage. But thank God we're not losing focus due to Bias Cognition. 18 damage. Doesn't matter. We're ahead of you. We still lack a means of dealing damage. We can get there. We just need to manage our Lightning Orb, like, very, very specifically. And then a little bit of luck wouldn't hurt either. Like, either of them hitting him would have helped. But I actually think we probably got them all under control now. And you will just dual cast, and you're going to be very close to your own unique demise. And So I think that we have stabilized. We do have to beat the elite. And I think we do want more cold snaps, honestly. We have to beat the elite. And this is where you'd really love to have electrodynamics. But we don't. So what do? Wound Lord. I mean... it's tough. I think you want lightning out there. You gotta swing for the fences. You know it as well as I do. You want lightning out there so that you can actually take advantage of bias cognition when it shows up. What are we not gonna play? Thank you! Thank you! We're not gonna play our strike. Taking 11 damage, but still alive. Hey, oi, mate, you got a license for that bias cognition? Sorry, we're taking 6. There it is. We're safe. We should live. We gotta kill him. And that's obvious, I'm sure. But we have to kill him because we're losing focus. We weren't able to use our... Still good, by the way. We weren't able to use our Core Surge Bias Cognition combo the way we wanted. As a result, we are on a clock. Thankfully, we got there. Juzu Bracelet, I would describe it as not really being worth it, but we'll just take the gold here, unfortunately, and we'll rest, and we'll also get Pantograph to heal us. Alright, this will be interesting. So we definitely want Core Surge Bias. That's the only way we win. Truth be told. And we just play everything. If we end up core surging something that's not bias cognition, is basically done. Similarly, I don't think we can play bias cognition before core surge. And it pains me a great deal to say that given our current circumstances, but okay, get him please. Okay, get him. Oh, he's got, don't fear. I don't think we can play bias. It seems like dumb play. I promise you, I don't believe that that's the case. We cannot core surge here. It's extremely painful to me. I want that to be known on the public record. To not be able to play core surge when we drew it is painful to me. But we cannot win by using it to block garbage. We needed to block the focus loss. Thank you. This will work. If only we could play Glacier. Might as well hologram a Cold Snap. We don't want to draw biased and be unable to play it. We're probably still going to lose for the record, but... Well, actually, I maybe not. We'll see. I mean, we're playing everything. Thank you. Thank you. 41? We're dead. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. It was a fairly long run, and I thought we were getting into some pretty good stuff. We drew bad. I'm not blaming the game, but you draw Core Surge turn 1, Bias Cognition like turn 3, you win. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go for broke. I'm not saying speed run necessarily, but, you know, early on, we got a rare relic. We got a curse for it. Yikes, brother. We're gonna play a high risk, high reward style of gameplay here on 820, okay? And if it doesn't work, that's life. Early on, you take a beam cell, because we're gonna have strength upgrades. You take a hologram. You know why? Because with Gurya, I'm playing a little emotionally, I'll admit, but we're going for, probably should have removed the curse, huh? We're going for strength. Right now, we don't have any, and I think Gurya is kind of like, I mean, I disrespect Gurya, just because I think that it being a rare relic and giving you a maximum of 3 strength as the defect is basically worth nothing, but, you may disagree on that one, and that's fine. You're close to death, but, I mean, we're gonna be... This one is just... It feels cursed from the get-go, but maybe that curse can let us get to greatness. I will take a single block. That... I mean, let's not be completely stupid. Hold on. Hold on. I'm just thinking. I don't think I want to fight the elite early. I think what I want to do is go to the other campfire instead. Rip and Tear is really good with strength gain. We'll lift. And then we'll go up this path. Dude, anchor could be pretty important. This is horrendous. Genuinely, very appreciative of the fact that we got anchor right before this nightmare, but... I think you just sadly got a ride with that one. 6 damage. 6 damage, huh? Oh, well, you know, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Do one of those. You take a 1. Not a big deal. There's Rip and Tear. My favorite card. Should have rebounded it. Without a doubt. But we live. And... Dude, give me 2 beam cells. Single target. Okay. Because it's a single target, there's a chance. Although we're only going to live through 2 attacks. There's basically nothing we can do about that. Which is why I played the dual cast coming back, because I figured we might as well let it all go to the wall and see what sticks. Okay, Claw is exactly what we're looking for. And actually, Fairy in a Bottle might be, you know, the juice we need to stay alive here. I think you definitely pull some defense back. Who's our boss? Thank you. Thank you. It's not the slimes. It opened up my eyes because it's not the slimes. Life is a... You, Ace of Base? Anybody? We're the czar of cards. We have a rebound. We don't need a second one. We're not going to fight the elite. That's actually just suicidal. This was also, in hindsight, maybe not that smart. But at least there was, you know, the chance we got something for nothing here. And the anchor just is so good on turn 1. Hold on. Strike already does 8. We're going to play another defend on top of this, so we might as well do it like this. Yeah. Okay. Dude, I don't know. We might actually leave this fight not being in that horrible of a state. Thank you. Honestly... Give me 2 of those. I'd rather take no damage if we draw a single attack next turn, which we will, but barely. This is worth it for the relic. I'm really glad we healed when we had the opportunity to do so, by the way. But this is gonna end up paying dividends somehow. We only need to hit you for 7. That's a single attack. We got there, but it was the only way we could have gotten there without an attack, I think. And I definitely think Scrape is important if we're going to try to make this weirdo Claw deck work. And Guria's maxed out. Let's see. Prove it to me. Prove it to me that you have what it takes. Thread and Needle, obviously, very good as well. You're doing 12 damage. Nothing. Not scared. Here's what you do. Okay, the Claw is like the most important card in the deck. That scaling plus our strength is kind of what I'm relying on solely to get the job done here. It is still going to be close. We've done a ton of damage to him, though. I just wish we could draw our claws faster. Thank you. Immediately upon asking, I was granted salvation. Like the hologram rebound claw, it shouldn't be as hard as it's been to get us where we're trying to go. Keep in mind, we do have a heal if we die. Oh my god, we got there. Alright, now... Seek is the only workable card there. Now we can actually focus a little bit, and we will take the Plasma. Now we can actually maybe work on building this, and I don't necessarily think it's that good, but... Certainly... I'm like, dude, we can at least remove the claws. Or, sorry, remove the curses from our deck. The claws are kind of, I mean, mission critical, of course. Are we going to draw anything that costs 0? We might draw a Seek, which is probably worth taking a chance on. Sadly, I think this is your best option. We're really, we race enemies. And if I made a mistake here, it was not using our, Yikes. It was not using our Ancient Potion when I should have. But I don't think it would have protected us from this fairly nasty bit of damage here. Okay. A dual cast will kill you. I think we have to get rid of that now. Definitely do not need another Scrape. I don't... It sucks, but I don't think we want Glacier. I think we would prefer Steam Barriers for blocks. Well, on the bright side... you should have played the Defend, Disable, and Energy. On the bright side, you can use your Ancient Potion to avoid the vulnerability / frailty here. $22. It's bad. I mean, what are you even seeking at this point, you know? 15, it's 20. I mean, I feel like it's kind of bad, but we might as well seek out something that does some damage. Maybe we can actually punch through. The reason, by the way, in case you just think I've lost my mind, the reason I don't think Glacier is that good for us is because it pushes our energy orb out too fast. Okay, the curse, they've got to go. So this one especially is horrible. I definitely think a buffer is pretty great. And I think, like, an artifact is really good. I actually think upgrading 2 things is pretty solid. Let's heal. Let's heal. And then duplicate a card in your deck. Definitely, it sucks that the claws are not great here, but, you know, we're going to get them there, hopefully. Buffer is, I think, your first upgrade target. I mean, the claws being upgraded, it's not worth nothing, but it's not worth that much either. We really need to remove the innate curse as well, like... It's honestly holding us back quite a lot to always draw garbage in a deck where your draw is so important. I don't even think... Well, with a leap, that puts us on 13. I do think it's worth playing Buffer. Next turn, we can use our skill potion if necessary. Well, we should use the lesser option here. You're on 50 HP. This puts us on 11, which is 15, which means our buffer gets us. So we still have the skill potion opportunity. We'd really like to get you 17. I think we'll just hologram one of the claws back then. And it's getting quite strong. We'll still use our skill potion. And really, we're just looking at a charge battery here. Still takes some damage. I am stunned, though, that this deck almost appears to be doing what it's supposed to do. I'm really, like... I'm very surprised. And the hologram is worth way more than upgrading a claw, I think. Because you get the block and you get to play claw. Sure, dude, molten egg. The all for one would be really nice. But I don't think we need anything. I think you just, I think you rest, and then you fight this elite, and if it's not meant to be, this guy's gonna prove it. But otherwise, we're giving it the old college try. So we're gonna get to enough. In fact, we're already at enough block. $12, $16 takes us to 24. Okay, it's all going, dude. Definitely buffer is real good here. I think you just go straight for the... Well, what do we have block-wise? 0. So we're definitely going to use buffer. Just get claw then. This is your danger turn. 15 damage. So I think we'd rather... Well, we're going to play everything, but... We're at least not going to get hit for much. It's a pretty solid elite fight. I can't believe it. It's kind of good. I don't think we need a third beam cell, even if it is upgraded. If this fight goes well, I actually think we should fight the other elite as well. And it's just because I don't see this winning the run. So we might as well go until we find some things that look like, you know, they could take us to that winning position. But for now, like, it's going real well. And nobody's more surprised than me, let me tell you. Absolutely. I mean, Core Surge is also great, but the whole impetus of the deck is the claws. The more of those we have, the better every single claw in the deck gets. 6, and then it'll do 8. This already does 9. So I think we do it like this. Still need to get rid of Writhe for sure. But Buffer helps us out against Gremlin Leader as well. Don't get it twisted up. No 0 cost. Life goes on. We take 20 damage. Who cares? It's not that bad. Now this guy, we just want him to get in the range of being killed by a fire potion, more or less. So I actually... Do we have a claw still left here? We don't. Okay, so I think I like... Rebound, hologram, grab a claw, hit him with the claw. Seek, hologram, grab a claw, and then we're not taking any damage. We might as well wait till next turn. We can throw the potion if we need to. We don't need to. Okay. The Costanza run is working. Bag of Prep is very good. It's very, very good. Now, will we beat the boss? Great question. Buffers help. You know, a well-timed buffer could help. Is, I guess, the last thing I'm trying to say. We should have rebounded the claw. Instead, we'll rebound nothing, aka the hologram. And Get this claw pumping. The faster the claws get rotated, you know, we can kill these guys in 3 or 4 hits each. You gotta hologram yourself a claw no matter what. Good hits. We're gonna hit him. If we defend, it's the same. We take a little less damage, but it still only protects us from 1 plated armor loss, which I think is the main thing we're paying attention to there. 12 damage. Okay, so hold on. 6, you'll be at 19. 18. This won't kill you. Maybe we gotta do it like this then. Are we likely? We're reasonably likely to draw. Hold on. Sure. Reasonably likely to draw our claw. And it did work out that way, thankfully. I don't think, and this is a decision that... What do you got? Seek? Not worth it. It's a decision that could end up ruining us. But I hope not. I think you gotta use the buffer to absorb 2 big attacks. And 24 damage... It's not ideal for me, but... I just want to purge the artifact there. Those are not big attacks, so to speak. So, our Seek... as much, you know, as much as I think you're like, what do we want? A defend. I don't know about that. I think we do best if we just go straight into the claw, honestly. And it's going to be a bad turn, but buffer's supposed to block basically all of our incoming damage to begin with, so. We need to draw it, though. This will be a great turn to get it. We're not going to get it, which means we're dead. That sucks. It was the next card! Well, life goes on. Our Costanza run ended up being way better than our non-Costanza run. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. We'll see you next time. It was good. See ya.